Good morning, all. My name's Hayley Brown, and I am the Chief Executive for Link to Change. I would like to welcome you all to our 2020 annual conference. A little later than originally planned, but never more needed and important. Thank you for attending, and thank you to all of our amazing guest speakers for the day. We really do hope that you find it valuable. Today, we have brought together national and local experts, specialist professionals, and Link to Change staff to deliver a fantastic programme, one guaranteed to make you reconsider what you think you know about child exploitation. Every child has the right to a childhood free from exploitation and abuse. They deserve to feel safe, nurtured, and loved. In the last year since I joined Link to Change, we have undergone change and development. Change that will strengthen the charity sector and ultimately provide quality services to children and young people. Over the last 12 years, Link to Change has continued to successfully deliver services to sexually exploited children and young people. We have achieved national recognition as a leader in the field and have been recognised and strongly supported by national charities and providers. In the last year, Link to Change has redeveloped and redefined its goals and purposes to better reflect the current issues facing children and young people. Link to Change continues to face growing concerns towards child exploitation from every angle, managing unknown dangers in a difficult and ever-changing world. The developments at Link to Change has led to the charity moving to a model of child exploitation, working in a trauma-informed manner. Through initial risk assessments and the robust referral process, we assess the children and young people within a contextual safeguarding framework, focusing the support and the work upon the children and young people and the context in which they live within, rather than if they are deemed criminally or sexually exploited. We look to understand what life is like for our children and young people, using their experiences, knowledge, and awareness to create change within them, change that could be behavioural, social, or cultural. Through the Link to Change model, we work to build trust with our children and young people by being true to them and following through with our actions. The vital trust is engendered by strong relationships to encourage them to try new experiences, explore new roles, and ultimately listen to them. Our strategy into action for 2020 to 23 sees Link to Change continue to provide a holistic service to support children and young people who are at risk of or are experiencing exploitation. The service encompasses all areas of supporting children and young people, specifically tailored to individual needs and experiences. The strategies for our services will structure three main provisions under the Link to Change strapline: choice, challenge, and change. We are strongly committed to being the experts in child exploitation, using our direct experience to advocate and support change. Finally, I could not let today pass without both mentioning and recognising the strained times we currently see ourselves living within. 2020 has seen our world turned upside down with a global pandemic of COVID-19. Hundreds of millions of children around the world have faced and continue to face an increase in threats to their safety and well-being, including mistreatment, gender-based violence, exploitation, social exclusion, and separation from caregivers. Social isolation, school closures, and other protective measures that were and continue to be put in place by the government has created a different rhythm of life for everyone. The main psychological impact to date is elevated rates of stress or anxiety. But as new measures, reports, and impacts are introduced, understood, and evaluated, levels of loneliness, depression, harmful alcohol and drug use, and self-harm or suicidal behaviours are also expected to rise. COVID-19 has acted as a major multiplier of child protection threats, such as physical and sexual violence, exploitation and abuse, child marriage, trafficking, labour and gender-based violence. In addition to this, lockdown and social distancing measures that were put in place led to both children and offenders spending significantly more time at home and online. Technology companies are often the first to become aware of online child abuse on their platforms and will be vital to combat this problem as it manifests. Statistics have already started to show the increase in child sexual abuse materials and offences online in the last 6 months. During this testing time, Link to Change has seen an increase in referrals and child protection concerns. To date, we have been fortunate enough to be able to continue to deliver our services at a time where services were suspended and reduced within the counties. Link to Change were able to both provide and support in creating a positive impact within the sector that was under-resourced and overstretched prior to the pandemic. I would lastly like to mention to all of you that you ensure you look after your own well-being today. Some of the topics for discussion may resonate or place a personal impact upon you, so please take the time you may need for this. I really do hope you enjoy today, and thank you very much for joining us.